Well, welcome to our blog. And first off, I want to say thanks for all of you for coming out to the clinic. And what we're going to do right now is use this blog to review some of the basic fundamentals that we talked about with your golf swings. Now, the first thing that we always want to do is work on our grip. You have to have a good grip in order to square up the club face at impact. So the first thing that we always want to do is we want to hold the club at waist height, and we want to start with our left hand grip first. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to go ahead and take the left hand underneath the grip handle, and we want to place the grip handle where it runs diagonally through the fingers, and we want to make sure that the heel pad of the left hand, when you grip the club, the grip handle is more underneath the heel pad. So when you get your grip, you want to make sure the grip handle runs diagonally through your fingers. We want to make sure that the heel pad is more on top of the grip handle. We want to make sure that the grip handle doesn't run through the palm of our left hand. And then from there, we want to make sure that the V that we create from the thumb and the first finger of the left hand points directly somewhere in between the right shoulder and right chin. We just want to make sure that we don't get the grip too far over to the left with our left hand. And that's obviously going to promote a club face that comes through open through the impact position. The second thing we want to do is, once we establish a good left hand grip position, is how do we place the right hand on. As we talked about, there's three types of grips. There's the 10-finger grip, there's the interlock grip, and then there's the overlap grip. What I recommend most of you is to use the interlock grip, just because if you have shorter fingers, it's a little bit easier to get the right hand on the proper way if you use the interlock grip. Now for Liz, with you having larger fingers, you probably want to use the overlap grip, where you take your right pinky and just rest it over the first finger of the left hand. So when we get our right hand on, we want to make sure that we come in more from the side, like so. We're going to go ahead and still grip it more in our fingers, and then we want to go ahead and make sure that we use that interlock grip. Now, when I set the hands down, or set the club head down, you'll notice that both of the V's are running directly in line with one another. So we want those lines to go, again, somewhere in between your right shoulder and right chin. And the other thing is grip pressure that we didn't talk too much about. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the strongest, your grip pressure should be somewhere in that 3 to 4 mark. You never want to grip the club too tightly, because if you grip the club too tightly, then the club face is going to have a tendency to want to open up this way. We always want to make sure that the club face always rolls over, coming through the impact area. What I mean by roll over, that's where the toe of the club is going to pass over through the heel portion of the club through the hitting area. We never want the heel of the club to beat the toe of the club into the golf ball. So work on your grip. That's the first fundamental that you want to work on in establishing a better golf swing.